Alright, YouTubers, now we're actually inside the museum, where everything is, pretty much a lot of this is inside. So here's some of the old locomotives, from like prototypes in the Civil War. This was the first reliable operating steam engine, that was the Rocket. It only went about 20 to 25 miles an hour, and it was designed and built by George Stephenson. The DeWitt Clinton came out in 1831. Some of the old steam engines. So now we come to this side. Lots more like 1860s locomotives. It's like incredible what you're seeing here. Now these came around about the 1910s, the teen years. And you can see here, it is a model of the EMD E8 locomotive. As you can see, there's the inside of the cab. And now take a look at the big motors that provide these. They had two motors in that thing. That provided a lot of power. You see right there is where the lights are. That's the 6-wheel truck in DC traction. The 4,000 horsepower steam generator. And there are the radiators. And there's the air compressor right there. And here is the main generator. And of course the controls. That's pretty legit.
You want to push some of those buttons?
And there's the big boy. And as you can see here, we have some of the newer locomotives. 1962 was the EMD GP30, as you can see there. And here is FT A and B units. Some of the older diesel locomotives. There's a Rock Island locomotive. Now we come to the other side. The magnificent GG1 is built by General Electric in the 30s. And some of the older diesel electric locomotives. And some of the older freight cars. And this is one of my favorites. The Southern Big John grain cars. Not a lot of those are remaining, so if you're seeing them, get your pictures. And now here's some of the passenger cars. So that's a streamlined passenger car from 1930 by the Seaboard Airline Railroad, and some by the Pennsylvania and the Norfolk and Western, as you can see. So now we'll come on along, talk about Lincoln's funeral train. That was in the 1860s, and that was the car that took his body from Washington, D.C. to Springfield, Illinois, passed through 8 states and over 1,600 miles. That's a lot of miles. Railroad spikes from 1859 and now 2005. Well, that's 11 years ago now, but you can see some of the old artifacts here. And some more about the veterans trains from the 60s, and that's part of Lincoln's coat. That's his great coat, as you can see. An old clock. Talks all about the time and different clocks in the museum. Now we'll
You okay? Let's see what's in the next room. Oh, I see some good things here, but come on.
No, you want to see the big trains?
It's one of the old telephones made by Viaduct Manufacturing from 1905, Western Electric from 1949 to 65, and of course the BlackBerry from 2007. That talks all about the telephone. Telegraph.
It's only 33 years later that the phone came. It's not so long for the telegraph. 33 years after Morris's success.
Alright, that concludes these two rooms. I'll see what else I can find and we can move on. Alright, we'll be back in just a little bit.